For today's game, the 11th inning, Pete Rose led off with a single to right field. Bake McBride fouled out on the first pitch. Stan Bronson was working the game at this point for the Expos. Mike Schmidt was at the plate, and here's what happened. The pitch to Schmidt. Long drive to left field. He buried it. He buried it way back. Out of here. Home run. Mike Schmidt puts the Phillies up 6-4. Oh, what a drive by Schmidt. Unbelievable. He hit that thing deep to the seats in left field. And the Phillies greet Schmidt at the plate. Mike clasps his hands. He shakes hands with all of his teammates. What a wild scene in Montreal. Mike Schmidt with number 48, and of course it sets a record for third baseman. That's one more than Eddie Matthews had hit back in 1957 for the Milwaukee Braves. So the Phillies won the game on that dramatic blow by Mike Schmidt in the 11th inning. And then, of course, Tug McGraw had to come on and get the side out in the bottom of the 11th, and he did it letter perfect. He got Gary Carter to pop up. He got Warren Cromartie to fly to left. And he got Larry Parrish on a strikeout. Parrish, incidentally, struck out 4 of the 5 times he was up today. The other time he got that pop single into shallow center field. What unbelievable baseball that Tug McGraw has been pitching lately. Tug, of course, pitched 2 innings of shutout ball last night and 3 innings this afternoon. And, of course, he had worked that final game at Chicago. We're getting ready to go back to the locker room. Let's go down there again now.
Well, here's the guy, Tug McGraw, and Tug, day after day, I have never seen a relief pitcher pitch the way you have, buddy. Beautiful.
Richie, I'll tell you, this is a ball. I didn't know that last inning whether I was ever going to be able to get it to the catcher or not. Today was an 8 Tylenol day. That rain delay got up this morning, took 3. I took 3 more when the game finally started, and then going out for the last inning, I had to pump down a couple more. And we got it up there.
I believe you're going to get a day off tomorrow, Tug, and I believe we can safely tell the fans they can stay out tonight. They don't have to get their rest.
Yeah, you don't have to get your rest tonight. But I'll tell you what, Phyllis and Grandma, Dad, Uncle Hank, and Mark and Carrie, save some champagne for when we get home. We'll have a party together.
Tug, let me ask you this. Schmidt hits a 2-run home run. You're pitching, and you also come to the plate. I'm thinking to myself, well, he'll just wave and miss at 3 pitches and get to the business of hand of getting them out. Instead, you're fouling off pitches, trying to get a base hit.
Don McCormick doesn't have any runs scored yet this year. I wanted to try to drive him in.
Thanks, Jack. How you doing? Brewmaster. Tug, pitching better now than you ever have in your career, which has included a lot of great years.
Well, Harry, I don't know. It's hard to figure out. I feel really great. Everything's just been going good this year. And again, I think I'll repeat. I think it's the hard work in the off season, the way Dallas has handled the pitching staff this year, and the job that he's assigned me and stayed with it. And it makes you physically and mentally more prepared, and I just think that's the whole thing right there in a nutshell.
Now, the guy that struggled at the plate, sending the game into extra innings, allowing the Phillies to win it, Bob Boone. What a big blow that was.
I tell you, and then Bull got a big hit for us, and he's been struggling. Boone gets the big hit, and then Mr. Clutch, Mike Schmidt, he comes through again when we had to. So it was, today's ball game was just one of those games. 2 teams very evenly matched. Both making a few mistakes, both bouncing back with great plays, getting themselves out of jam, scoring runs when they had to. It's the kind of game it should have been in order for somebody to win it. I'm just proud to be on the Phillies, and we were the ones that won.
You're beautiful. I'll enjoy some Jameson now. Have a visit with Mr. Jameson. Paul Owens now is here. Folks, God love you. Vice President, General Manager of the Phillies. This is your 4th division crown. How does this one feel compared to the other?
I like this one better. I don't know. The other years I kind of felt we might do it, and this year we had our ups and downs early with our pitching, and I don't know. I just get a special one out of this one. Our guys have fought like hell. I think it's September, and we won all our games on the road, and they could talk about having a little trouble down in the clubhouse, but these guys all want to win. I'll guarantee you that.
It's pretty evident right now, isn't it? Paul, early in the game, when the Phillies had so many scoring opportunities, I imagine you were a little frustrated.
Oh, that stomach is really jumping. Malox is going to be proud of me tonight. But we did. We lost 2 or 3 big chances to break the game open, and we let Kipling and Rogers get off the hook. But the one thing I like Booney's hit, and we can come back, and that's the type of ball club this is. It's a better ball club than a lot of people think it is.
Well, I know this has to be just a great moment for you, and Tug McGraw's only fitting, I guess, that he finished the ball game.
Oh, God, I said, Tug, you've done so great out here. If you could just one more inning, that's all I was looking for.
Folks, congratulations, and one more hurdle to go.
We go.
4 division championships. Now it's time to get into that series, regardless of who it is.
That's right. That's what we want to do, to get that step 2, and I think our guys are ready for it. We got the big guy going Tuesday, so that's a good start.
Paul, congratulations.
Okay, thank you, Harry.
Great.
Stick this on your ear, pal.
All right. Warren Brewster, brewmaster, who came in after virtually not pitching for a couple of years. Warren Brewster is here. Came off the disabled list this year. Made a great contribution and drew a perfect inning today. And how does this one feel?
Oh, this is super. This is icing on the cake, Harry. I'm so happy right now. I can't stand up. It's just beautiful.
Brew, this club has gone through a lot after that Pittsburgh series. I mean, everybody's daubers down. It's almost like Ensville, a National League East, not to be.
Well, yeah, but it's something that it happened, fortunately, happened early in August, and it's something that we could fight back from, and you just got to keep driving. I think this club, unlike the other 3, we drive a little bit more than we had in the past. I think we wanted a little bit more this year.
And, of course, the playoffs, regardless of who it is, will be very important. And for the Phillies, it's important because the big hurdle now is now in the playoffs.
Right, and I think we're going to be a lot better off because our pitching staff's a lot stronger than it was in 76 to 78. I think we'll do fine. I'm real confident.
Great call, Brew. Thanks a lot.
Hey, Gary.
Warren Brewster, and we're in the locker room of the Eastern Division champion Philadelphia Phillies. We'll be back. Dick Rufin is here. Rufus winning the big game last night.
Buddy.
How does this one feel?
This feels great. Shoot. I mean, it's just all the adversity and everything for 6 months, and then to come in and do it. And I'll tell you what, we can't say enough for Tug and Marty in the month of September as far as the pitching staff. I mean, we just have made it for us. Tug's best pitcher I've said it. I've been saying it for 2 weeks. Best pitcher I've ever seen right now.
What an excruciating game to watch for you, not, of course, being involved in last night's winning the ball game, but where were you in the dugout watching this? And highs and lows and ups and downs.
We seem to score when I'm in the clubhouse, so I came in the clubhouse a couple times.
You cubehead! All right, Rufus, nice going. Nice going.
Thank you, Timmy. Thank you. Thank you. God, everybody. God. Tug, I can't believe Tug's awesome.
He is. He'd save a game for you any day, right?
Hey, we got to keep it in the neighborhood, you know.
Rufus, nice going. Tim McCarver has joined us. We'll be back with more clubhouse celebration right after this.
And now.
Mention Phillies baseball to the Philly fanatic and he goes crazy. Well, the same thing happens when you mention Tasty Cake to just about everybody. And Tasty Cake Coffee Cake is one reason why. It's fresh baked cake made with milk, butter, and eggs, and topped with sweet-tasting butter crumbs. Tasty Cake Coffee Cake in family packs. You'll go crazy over it.
It's a world of fun. It's all the good things wrapped up in one.
You know, the Phillies were down a run in the 9th inning of this ball game, in danger of going out, and Bob Boone batting for the first time, and here's what happened.
The pitch to Boone. Back through the middle, base hit. Here's Jake McBride being waved around. Here's the throw. It's going to be way off target. Boone goes into second. Phillies have tied the game.
First of a couple of big hits for the Phillies in extra innings. Of course, the one by Schmidt won the ball game. Let's go back to the locker room.
He was. I don't want to. Wait a minute. He was safe. He was safe.
They're setting up another interview down there in the locker room. We know you want to hear this. These guys are really celebrating down there. What a wild ball game. Phillies winning it in 11 innings, 6-4 over the Expos to clinch the Eastern Division title. Key hit for Luzinski earlier in the ball game, too. Bull got a 2-run single in the 7th. Are they ready in the locker room yet, you think? Still kidding around down there. Greg Luzinski, who's really been struggling at the plate, struck out 4 consecutive times, 3 last night and the first time in this ball game, then got a hit in the 4th inning. And why don't we go ahead and
Are we back?
Yeah, I think we're back in the locker room. Go ahead, Harry.
Oh! Oh! All right, we are back at the clubhouse at Olympic Stadium in Montreal. Thanks, Larry. Bake McBride. Bake, how does this rank?
Oh, I got you, Harry.
Bake, how does it rate? I'm Harry's echo.
Feels good right now. I probably won't be able to, really enjoy it until tomorrow, once I think about it. I think the first one that I was in was probably the most exciting one for me because, I'd come from the Cardinals and I'd never been in one. But this one, this is like something that happens every year for us.
I mean, Bake, I had the opinion this last week that the team was very relaxed and very confident.
Well, I think so. I think most of the guys on the team were. We've been through it before, and, we knew what to do. I think today was a game where, they had every chance to win it, but, we just kept coming back, and we finally won it.
Do you realize how many big hits you got all year? From the 2-hole, driving in 85 or 90 runs? Do you realize that?
Well, I think most people would say that's probably my job, but, my job is to get on base.
What I liked was his base running. After rounding second, getting caught between second and third, the ability to get back to second without being tagged out.
Well, when I looked at third, I saw Pete standing there, and I said, well, I guess I can't go to third. So best thing for me to do is try to make it back to second. But, I was fortunate enough to get back without Parrish tagging me. Oh, that feels good.
Doesn't that feel good? That's Keith Moore, like giving you a nice beer shower. All right. And Bake, your first hit, ground ball to Warren Cromartie, he elected to try to race you the bag. He must have got down there in a hurry.
Well, once in a while I will turn on my speed. I don't run as fast as I used to, but in games like this, I think everything counts, and you just have to do the best that you can.
As you approach the playoffs, what are your thoughts as to the team? Does it matter to you?
Well, right now it doesn't matter, but hopefully, I'd like to see Houston win because I think every time we play the Dodgers, it seems like one play messes us up and we lose the whole series. So, I think we've had good success against Houston, so, I'd like to see somebody else besides the Dodgers in that.
This is one big hurdle for the Phils. The other big one is coming up next in the playoffs. Phillies 3 times have been to the playoffs, not getting to the series. So I know that, and this team appears ready to go to the playoffs.
Well, yes, I think, like I said before, we've been through it before, and we know what to expect. So, we just have to start right now gearing ourselves up for the playoffs because, we've let the people in Philadelphia down so many times that I think this is the year that we might go all the way.
I really think so, Bake. I really hope so. Thanks a lot. Very much.
All right. Thank you, Harry.
Bake McBride. Pete Rose has just joined us. He's been talking to 1,000,001 writers, and Pete, you've been through it before, but what a ball game. What a win. What a division championship.
Well, I think it was more like a 3-ring circus today, Harry, and it was a ball game, but they battled us tough, and Booney got a key hit for us, and of course Schmidt hit his 48th home run, and he's been hot this week, and our pitching was excellent again, and we can stand here all day and talk about Tugger because as far as I'm concerned, he's the best reliever in the league right now. So what do you think?
Petey, I don't think there's any question about it. Let me tell you, you're a walking encyclopedia of every game that's ever been played and every game you've ever been involved in. I want to see you replay this one time in 10 years.
I know who made the errors, I know that. But, we were trying to be too aggressive on the bases today. I think some of us forgot that the turf was wet. Just like when Schmidt hit the base hit the left field and Lee held me up, Bake thought I was going. I don't know what Schmidt and Greg were doing on Greg's base hit the center field, but they looked like they had a baton, so it looked like in a relay race or something. That's a hell of a race, isn't it? Brzezinski giving a baton to Schmidt.
Hey, Harry, I don't think everybody realizes that this was a big game to win today because now you preserve Carlton for Tuesday.
There's no question about that. No question about that. Of course, the Dodgers did win today, so Houston still has to win one ballgame. Any thoughts about who you'd like to play or who's here, don't you care?
Well, I hope the Dodgers win tomorrow again, Harry, and I hope they play 15 innings Monday. I hope they get as good and worn out. I think we match up better against Houston simply because of Steve can pitch 2 games against them, and Poole is a good left-hand hitter, Morgan's a good left-hand hitter, Cruz is their best hitter, he's a left-hand hitter, and we usually play pretty well down the Astrodome. We won 9 out of 12 against the Astros. So, the Dodgers are very streaky, and if you get Garvey or Baker swinging the bats good, they're tough to beat.
Pete, do you think having good success against them during the season has anything to do with it?
I did work on them. I really think it work on them, and you know, I want to win tomorrow's game. It don't mean anything, but I like to go into the playoffs with a streak. You know,
You're not going to play tomorrow.
Well, I haven't missed a game yet. I don't know how I should miss tomorrow.
With me
I get paid per game. I got to play tomorrow.
Hey, with me playing tomorrow, we got a hell of a chance to win.
Well, how come I can't work if you're going to work? You think I'm going to let this bogey play first base?
Pete, honestly, did you feel like in the middle of August this club could do it?
Well, you know, we had not really, because you know, we had some question marks for our pitching staff, and then Ruffin started throwing just tremendous. And, you know, Carlton's a good pitcher; he's the best in the league. And then Walt came along, and Bystrom came along, and tugged it off to the table list, and it's just been awesome. And you know, and our whole bullpen is really did a job. And you know, just check our earned run average, Harry. I think it's 3.42 now. It's the lowest it's been all year now, and that's probably the biggest reason why we are where we are today. Plus our road record over the last 28 games.
Pete, great going. 3 hits today, a walk. Super job all year. Go get him in the playoffs. Pete Rose.